What is up, y'all? Jiri here, back with another daily live stream on Underdog Fantasy. And ooh, man, I'm excited. Okay, I feel like a kid on Christmas morning because NFL free agency is finally here. We finally get to unwrap our presents, figure out where these guys are going, and shoot, man, there's a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of stuff to dive into, and I'm excited. So everything's gonna be different now. All the drafts that we're gonna do are forever changed. So we'll hop in one right now and just get right into it. Waiting for 7 might take a minute to fill, but yeah, Nuketown kid, welcome. Can't wait. Me too, man. Hope everyone's having a great day. I definitely am. It's an exciting day. And now we're waiting for 8. All right. But yeah, I'm excited because what's nice about this free agency is on like the first day, very quickly, a lot of like fantasy relevant players signed, like a lot of running backs, a lot of receivers. Found out the quarterback landing spots, and I'm excited to talk about it and hear your guys' opinions as well. Definitely got some victory laps to take too, some takes that I was right on, some I might have been wrong on, but we'll definitely get into all that. And we'll just talk about the players as they come up in the draft. I think that's the easiest thing. So if anyone wants to hop in here, feel free. We're waiting for 4 people. Sipping on our coffee today in our other Lions mug, of course. Yeah, some obvious ones that we kind of expected. Like a lot of people expected Malik Willis to go to the Dolphins with the Green Bay connections. We're still waiting on Kyler Murray, but seems pretty likely that he's going to go to Minnesota. I think there's an outside chance he could go to Pittsburgh, but that seems pretty locked into me. And like running backs, Kenneth Walker, I feel like is a big winner going to Kansas City. And oh, dude, are we gonna have to make a run for it? Hey, I recognize his name, Daily Rojo. That's what's his name? Pat? Is it Pat? Crane? Is that who it is? But shoot, man, I hope we get Gibbs so I can make a run for it. Y'all know. If you know, you know. Hopefully he just takes Bijan 1, man. And Jamie, what's up, man? How you doing, my friend? I know you got the notifications on, so be like Jamie. Subscribe, put the notifications on, hit the like button. I appreciate that. Seems like no one likes Rachaad White yet. No one likes Rachaad White yet. But his time is coming. We're still waiting on some guys like Rico Dowdle as well. Not everything's going to happen in the first day. I think some people might have had some contracts ready to go and then saw what other people signed for and maybe wanted to make some adjustments based on that. So am I going to make a run for it? Yeah, look, let's go. Okay. We're queuing him up and we're making a run for it. Y'all know what it is. We got the jersey. We got to throw it on. I'm excited. Beautiful omen. Hell yeah, dude. Lions are still. Oh, the Kitties are sight too, man. The Lions are still yet to bring in a free agent back. I don't think they're too eager to with the Dave Montgomery trade. But let's see. Anyone else in here that I recognize? Natball. What's up, my friend? Some people call me that. Let's see. I'm trying to click on this. What would you think about Rachaad White in the Vikings? I think that makes a lot of sense. Kind of just like a younger Aaron Jones in a way. They're pretty similar running backs, really. So I think he would fit the offense well, and I like that a lot. Kind of my predicted landing spot for him, actually. So we'll see what happens. The Vikings are not in a good space cap wise, so I think they have some things to figure out. They're probably trying to prioritize getting Kyler Murray in the building, if I had to guess. And I'm curious to see where Kenneth Walker is going to go in this draft. And this feels like a big win for me because I know some people were quite down on him, but I think going to Kansas City is a big win. Kansas City, like, historically uses a committee for a running back approach, but I feel like this year they might change it up a bit and take like a more bell cow running back approach. Just because, like, Patrick Mahomes coming off his ACL injury, do not expect him running the ball nearly as much as last year. Maybe even starting off a little slow. Who knows if he's even going to be ready for the season? I personally think he will because he's a sicko. But I am curious to see where Kenneth Walker goes. I have drafted a lot of him. I have like 21% of him, which I like. I mean, great offense. So what team is going to get Jeremiah Love? I feel like it just kind of seems like the Commanders. If he's there, I feel like it's either going to be the Giants or the Commanders with like if the Giants pass on him, then I feel like the Commanders are kind of a lock to take him at this point because they've missed out on some free agents. I know they were in on Kenneth Walker, but he went to Kansas City instead. And honestly, I'm really surprised. Okay, so we have Gibbs. I don't have a lot of Trey McBride, but getting Gibbs and Trey McBride feels quite nice. Another piece of news is that officially Jacoby Brissett is going to be the starting quarterback in Arizona, which is quite good for Trey McBride, I feel like. And okay, it's definitely a lot better than having Malik Willis go there. And Jacoby Brissett sometimes threw the ball like 50 times last year. He takes AJ Brown. So can we just get Nico and go a little unique? I like the running backs. I think Bucky Irving is a bit of a loser, not as a person, but in free agency. I'm going to go Nico just for the uniqueness. I don't love Nico this year, but he has very high single week upside. So I've never seen a draft start Jahmyr Gibbs, Trey McBride, and Nico Collins. So I'm just going to take advantage of it too. Very similar to start to our boy Daily Rojo. So yeah, I like that a lot. Feels good. Definitely unique. What's up, Wilson? Always nice to see you here, man. Hey, Wilson, how you feeling about Tua? Big Falcons fan. Now you got Michael Penix 2.0, essentially. Both handicap quarterbacks. He has been going late second. I'm assuming you're talking about Kenneth Walker because I was asking about that. And yeah, here he goes in the middle of the second. So I feel good about. I was taking Kenneth Walker above Bucky, above Jacobs, above Brees Hall. And that's how I ended up with like 21% of him, which feels pretty good. I mean, for how Kareem Hunt got used in that offense, Javonte in the third. For how Kareem Hunt got used, like, Kenneth Walker is so much more talented. So you got to just assume he's going to be good. Unlike Wilson, does not feel good about Tua. And it looks like you signed in our division also. Who's you? Am I missing something? Fuck. Are you okay? You are you talking about Alex Anzalone? Are you talking about Alex Anzalone? Because he went to the Bucks, which is pretty funny. And shoot, man, it sucks to see him. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you were the Lions linebacker. Nice call, man. That went over my head at first. But yeah, I'm going to be taking my talents to Tampa Bay, join our boy Emeka Egbuka, kind of replacing Mike Evans for the vibes on the team, essentially. So we're good with that, man. Man, it kind of sucks to see him leave Detroit, but shoot, Jack Campbell, he really took over. I know Alex Anzalone wanted to get paid. He spends his off seasons in Tampa as well. So he literally lives in Tampa already. So when he had the opportunity to go there, that does not surprise me at all. And good for him, man. He deserves to be happy and get the bag. He did some good stuff in Detroit for sure. Was a leader for a long time. But yeah, man, gonna miss that flow on the team. I'm definitely gonna be seeing if those jerseys go on sale. I should even check today on like the NFL website or Detroit Lions website for if Alex Anzalone jerseys go on sale. Because if they're like 80% off or something like that, I'm definitely copping one for sure. And man, come on, that ball. Give me Devonta Smith. I'll probably take any of these top receivers. He takes Smith. Makes sense. Luther Burden goes. So I'll go ahead and take Terry McLaurin, and I'll feel good about that. Now, do I want to take another receiver here or just reach up for Jaden and get a stack with Terry? Kind of leaning towards, oh, he takes Mike Evans there. Good call. Not bad. That was one of my bigger misses. I didn't take a ton of Mike Evans before. Kind of just fading like some of the older guys. And man, Lamar would feel nice, but I think I'm just gonna go with Jaden Daniels. Yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna take Jaden. I don't mind reaching up for Jaden in the 5th round when I have Terry. Get the Washington stack, and I'm sure they're still gonna bring someone in. Be interested to see who that is. Hartman, what's up, dog? Hope you are enjoying this free agency Monday. It feels like Christmas to me. We got a lot of good presents, some that were on our list, some that turned out to be socks. But either way, we're okay with that. And wow, okay. I feel better about taking Jaden Daniels here because this guy, Eagle Buck, took Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, which I would not advise. That feels pretty expensive to me, getting 2 high-level quarterbacks like that. But I like having Jaden, and now I have the door open if I want to take Stroud later or even get Jacoby Brissett. And I've taken some Jacoby Brissett. I started to slow down a little bit on him just with all the rumors that Malik Willis was going there. But I remember saying, like, I could definitely see the Cardinals just going with Jacoby Brissett from the jump because, shoot, man, they're not really trying to win next year. Like, apparently the quarterback class is supposed to be really good in 2027, and the Cardinals roster sucks. So Jacoby Brissett was serviceable last year. He didn't win any games, but he wasn't bad at football. He threw the ball pretty well, averaged like over 250 yards if I had to guess. So yeah, not too surprised with that one actually. I think it was a smart move just on their part. And the Cardinals also brought in Tyler Algier, which a lot of people were really excited about Tyler Algier leading up to free agency. I was not quite one of those people. I did end up getting a little more exposure to him, but out of like those free agent running backs, Tyler Algier didn't really excite me. Like he's not the most dynamic runner. He doesn't catch passes. And now he's on one of the worst offenses with one of the worst offensive lines and competing with James Conner. Now, who knows how healthy James Conner is going to be next year, especially at the start of the season or throughout the rest of the season. He's getting older, but Tyler Algier doesn't. I'm not too excited about that. I think if anything, he's probably going to fall. And interesting to see Ricky Pearsall get pulled up with the news of Mike Evans, which, I mean, it might actually be good for him, for Ricky Pearsall to be like the number 2 in the offense. A little less pressure on him. I was hoping Montgomery would fall back, but he goes pick 63. I think that's a good pick. How long you been an NFL fan? I've been an NFL fan. I would say like I really got into it when I was maybe like 13 or something like that. I grew up on basketball. I loved basketball growing up, but then just kind of got pretty obsessed with football. And shoot, dude, RJ Harvey at 71 I'll take. Right? Like, why would I not take RJ Harvey here? He's a fall. I don't have a lot of him. So the Broncos did re-sign Dobbins, but 15 picks past ADP. RJ Harvey pick 71. That feels fine. Dobbins isn't the most reliable anyways. And Rojo, he goes Tootin. I would take Marv just for the double stack. Probably go one of these guys. And he takes Marv. Okay. I really like Parker Washington, one of my most drafted receivers. And with news that, I mean, it's been news for a while, but that Brian Thomas could very well get traded, I think that is just a really good value and could pay off even if Brian Thomas is still on the team. But yeah, I got into football when I was maybe like 13 or so. And then even more so when I started playing fantasy football. And then when I was 16, I started playing football myself. I played wide receiver and I loved watching Calvin Johnson and playing Madden as a kid. I always wanted to play with the Detroit Lions, even though they sucked and I had no ties to them for whatever reason. I just loved the Detroit Lions and I enjoyed watching their games, even though they were shit, but they were always entertaining. So I've been a Lions fan for a long time as well, stuck with it, made it through the Matt Patricia era, which I believe makes me a official Detroit Lions fan. I do know that Tyler Algier was a 1,000-yard running back his rookie season, and then Bijan came in. But I don't think he's going to have the same opportunity with James Conner there. And I think the Falcons situation was better than the Cardinals' current situation. Like he's not breaking 80-yard runs or anything, which is really valuable for best ball. It's not the end all be all. I'm sure he'll get touchdowns, but he's just a little limited in ways that he can get points for your team. And wow, James Conner has literally never played a full season, which is interesting. You thought the Jags changed their stance on Brian Thomas? As far as keeping him, I thought I saw something that they were still listening to trade offers. Maybe I read that wrong, though. Maybe they said they stopped listening to trade offers. But even if Brian Thomas is still on the team, I like Parker Washington. I just think he's a dude. I think he's good at football. And Alec Pierce, going back to the Colts, which seemed like it was going to be unlikely. The buzz lately was that Alec Pierce is going to be gone in free agency, especially after they tagged Daniel Jones. But then, as a lot of us were anticipating, Michael Pittman ended up getting traded to the Steelers, which will be interesting. I could see him definitely meshing well with Aaron Rodgers and how Aaron Rodgers likes to play. Being like more of a possession receiver and like just a trusted guy, like very team-friendly player. So I could see that going well. Now, Tyler Algier is falling here. We do have, I was just talking shit about Algier, but we do have Trey McBride. So we have some correlation right there. And I would have taken Jackson Dart if he was there. Now, shoot, man, I guess I'm just going to take Algier. Why not? I was literally just talking crap on him about how he's probably going to fall and not be like the best value. But we have like some Arizona correlation. And now we have a nice balanced start. Still a little weak at receiver, if anything. But we can catch up on receivers later. I like receivers that come to us at the next turn still. Is Wandale off the board? Wandale's still on the board too. He goes to the Tennessee Titans. Kind of as expected. I wouldn't mind reaching up for Wandale here. Jadarian Price off the board. For me, it's either Wandale or Worthy. And are there any quarterbacks? No. You know what? I'm just going to get a share of Wandale. I'm going to get a share of Wandale Robinson. I would assume for the Titans to bring in another guy, but he could just be reliable. I don't have a ton of him, so I don't mind reaching up a little bit just to get another share. And yeah, dude, it is pretty funny. Hey, that's how it goes sometimes. That's how I like to draft. Like, if I end up talking about someone and then they're just on the board, shoot, makes me just want to take them. And Jamie says, as of March 9th, 2026, the Jacksonville Jaguars are reportedly entertaining offers for wide receiver Brian Thomas, making a significant shift from their previous refusal to trade him. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, that is what I read. Okay, yeah. Glad Glad that's right. Seems like the Steelers were the biggest favorite to trade for him, but that might be unlikely now because they got Michael Pittman. However, Brian Thomas is still on his rookie contract. Like he was just in his second year last year and he was a first round pick. So if you pick up the third year option, that's still 3 years that he's going to be on your team for. And I know that the Steelers signed Michael Pittman to a 3-year deal, and DK still has 3 years left in his deal, I believe. So they could still make room for Brian Thomas on his rookie deal and then re-sign him when it's time and then move on afterwards. And I think that would make sense for their team. And dude, DK Metcalf, Brian Thomas Jr., and Michael Pittman would be a pretty sick wide receiver trio. But being on the Steelers, they're probably all gonna like disappoint in a way. Oh man. And wow, Sam Laporta fell all the way to 109. That's crazy. But what is this guy doing? He took Tyler Warren and then takes Gadsden and Laporta? Like, why, dude? Why'd you take Gadsden? Thank you for your donation. Interesting. And this guy goes 3 tight ends as well. Harold Fanning, Kyle Pitts, and Jake Ferguson. Now, they're all good players, but that seems pretty expensive to go those guys that early. Wow. Okay, it makes me feel better about having Trey McBride as like my anchor tight end because there's still a lot of tight ends later in the draft that I like quite a bit. What's up, Who Hames? What's up, dog? Hey, did I see you're doing a bigger board today? I'm kind of tempted to hop in that, but the thing is, I only have one left. I've already done 4 bigger boards. I have one left, and I don't know if I want to do it with another bunch of streamers because those rooms are hard, man. Especially after like free agent news, like that gets tough. That gets tough. But hey, if I finish this draft and you guys still need a spot, I'd probably hop in just for fun. Xavier Worthy all the way at 114 is interesting. That's a nice value there. Now, okay, I feel like I can still push quarterback. I don't need to take quarterback at this turn because CJ Stroud often falls and Cam Ward is usually available at the next turn when we have Wandale. So I don't feel like I need a quarterback here. Jordan Love falls quite a bit. Wow. Denzel Boston, Casey Concepcion, Jaden Higgins. I'm gonna take Romeo Dobbs still. Actually, you know what? Let's get Dobbins. Dobbins goes back. Now we have Harvey and Dobbins. Why not? I don't care. Let's do it. Let's get a little different. This is free agency frenzy day, so I'm gonna be all over the place. ADPs do not matter whatsoever today. And Rojo takes Love. That makes sense. And Coleman. Now, Corey Krosky-Merritt, no one signed in Washington, which is definitely good for him, but I'm concerned that they're just going to be taking Jeremiah Love, which would tank his value. So I'm going to take Dobbs. Dobbs still a free agent, and who knows? Dobbs could end up going with Washington. That would make sense to me. So I like that. I was considering Jaden Higgins as well because we have Nico Collins and we could get a Houston double. But yeah, that's okay. Must be nice to be rich enough to drop $100 on the draft. Hey, I'm still playing with some profit from 2 years ago, so that feels nice. And shoot, man, I just like doing it. It makes it fun. Who Hames tried to launch one early, but Fantasy Dog Pound is on in 7 minutes, and we're trying to fill. Nice, dude. Well, I might jump in after this draft if you guys still need people, but I only have one left. I've already done 4 of them. So what's up, Nice and Blunt? Thanks for popping in, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying this Christmas morning and your presents are everything you expected. Not a lot of socks. Although, honestly, dude, I love getting some new socks. Like, new socks are underrated, especially as an adult. Feels so good. What's your favorite fantasy dog horse that no one is talking about? Mine is Matthew Golden. I mean, Matthew Golden definitely could take a big step up in year 2, especially if Dobbs leaves and he just kinda gets a little more consistent, really connects on, like, those deep passes that he missed on last year. But my favorite fantasy dark horse that no one's talking about, and I literally have heard no one else talk about him except me, and this is maybe one of my biggest victory laps today, is Jalen Nailor. Naylor, I hardly know her, but Jalen Naylor signed a big contract with the Raiders. 3-year deal, 35 million. So almost $12 million a year, 3-year contract. That feels good, man. And right now he's like the second target behind Brock Bowers. So yeah, dude, I love seeing that. And I was excited when I heard Jalen Nailor sign to the Raiders because that's a great landing spot with a ton of opportunity, getting a new quarterback. So he's gonna have a chance to just become his favorite target. Like Mendoza has no affiliation with any of the guys yet. So who knows? Maybe Jalen Nailor just takes a huge leap in his second contract season. I think he fell asleep during the podcast last night, but woke up and YouTube was still playing. Hey, dude, great for the algorithm. So I'm sure he appreciates that. And hey, fall asleep to my videos anytime you want. Damn, dude, jealous of your Mike Evans exposure. I gotta admit, I was a little afraid to take him that much. Don't have a ton of Mike Evans and doesn't feel the best because I was thinking that the 49ers would be a very viable landing spot. And seeing that he got a 3-year deal as well is pretty good for him. Now, one person who I'm also taking a victory lap on. Why did he take him? Did he just auto Trey Benson? What a joke, dude. Oh my goodness. That feels terrible. Gross, dude. Gross. So I'm going to take Rachaad White. Still a free agent. Could very well go to the Commanders even. And then I'm going to be looking at Cam Ward on the way back, hoping that he doesn't take him because he has Brock Purdy and Jordan Love. So hopefully I don't get sniped on Cam Ward. That wouldn't feel great because I kind of just expected to take him there. And he takes Josh Downs. Okay. So I'm going to take Cam Ward, get a little stack with Wandale, who I reached on. So that feels nice. Jaden Daniels, Cam Ward. And then I'm probably going to be looking at a Jacoby Brissett later on. Jacoby Brissett, 192 ADP right now. Feels pretty good. And I like how this team's coming together. We have RJ Harvey and J.K. Dobbins, which I don't hate, to be honest, especially with where we got them. We got Harvey to fall to 71. I don't hate it. Like Dobbins re-signing in Denver is a lot better than ETN, who I was expecting. And I'm sorry, Sweet Leaf. I know you wanted us to pop some Woodies today, but we couldn't do it today. We couldn't pop Woodies. He's still my most drafted player. Rachaad White to the Jags, that would be very bullish. That would be a phenomenal landing spot. And reuniting with Liam Cohen too would make a ton of sense. The only thing is I don't think he would complement Tootin that well, but I hope so because I have 0% Bayshell Tootin right now. And if he's like just avoids free agency completely and somehow avoids the draft, then I'm not going to feel great about that. But I'm going to hold on tight that Bayshell Tootin is one of the most overdrafted players right now. And Daily Rojo, obviously smart drafter. He's won Best Ball Mania before. He took him at pick 72. So maybe I'm just wrong. There's definitely things I can be wrong about. Travis Kelce confirmed today he is coming back to the Chiefs. Definitely expected that. Still not someone I've drafted a ton just because he's old and washed. Nice and blunt. Got a team with Evans, Purdy with Montgomery at pick 127. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Hopefully it was one of the teams that we drafted together. But I wouldn't mind getting a piece of that. But yeah, dude, that feels nice. And it'll definitely be interesting to see how it plays out with different landing spots because there's definitely some I gotten right. Like last night, for example, in the stream, I took Jalen Waddle, and then drafted Malik Willis under the impression that he could very well just go there. And shoot, I was right. So that feels good that I just fell into a stack like that. Alvin Kamara doesn't feel very good now. Seems very likely to get cut because he has like an $18 million cap hit, which apparently is the largest cap hit of running backs going into next year, which is pretty insane, especially for his value. Now, I'm tempted to take Spears because we have some correlation there, but I think we need the receiver more. And Kayshon Boutte, a very sneaky winner from today because we all know Stephon Diggs got cut, and then they didn't sign Alec Pierce, which seemed like the most likely landing spot. Speaking of likely, Isaiah going to the Giants. Kind of, it makes sense, honestly. I mean, reuniting with Harbaugh. I'm going to take Tajay Spears here. Yeah, I'm going to take Spears. And then I'm very comfortable with the 6 running backs I have. More Tennessee correlation. That feels fine. And when I have Trey McBride, I'm going to keep pushing tight end. Like, I love Isaiah Likely there. I don't know. Like, where's Theo Johnson going to go now? Is he just going to fall like round 20? Because Isaiah Likely is definitely going to be the primary target there. But he's still going to be involved, especially with Baltimore's offense. They use 2 tight ends a ton. And I've been drafting some Theo Johnson. I definitely have more Isaiah Likely. And I was really hoping Likely would go to the Commanders because that would just be the best spot. And yeah, Tune is definitely dodging a lot so far. Rashad is probably the biggest piece left that could be a Jag. Or Rico Dowdle. Rico Dowdle's, I think, very live to be a Jaguar. Or a Seahawk. I could definitely see Rico Dowdle in a Seattle Seahawks uniform. And shoot, dude, who the hell knows what the Seahawks are going to do at running back now? Like, they have no one on the roster, essentially. Like, Charbonnet has 1 leg. George Halani should probably be on the couch. Rico's a Steeler? Oh, did he sign? I must have missed that. Damn. I missed that. Interesting. Damn, Jacoby Brissett goes. I was hoping I could have pushed Jacoby Brissett back to the next round, but maybe I should have just taken Brissett at 170. I thought I could push it, though. Does this guy even have any? He doesn't even have any stacks with him, but as a starter for the year, that feels fine. Just getting him by himself there at pick like 180. And yeah, I missed Rico Dowdle signed to the Steelers. Damn. Well, where did Jaylen Warren go in this draft? Jaylen Warren went at pick 62? Why? Why? I do not have a lot of Jaylen Warren. I thought he was a little overvalued, and that feels pretty good now. Oh, okay. He signed just like an hour ago. Yeah, I haven't really looked at my phone much since I've gotten home from work. But damn. Definitely could have been better landing spots for him. However, like, Pittsburgh really likes to run the ball, so that makes sense. I would take Stowers here. Is Kate Otten still available? Kate Otten's still available. Going back to the Buccaneers. Stowers goes. Could take Gunnar Helm with Cam Ward because I'm probably done at these quarterbacks, although maybe I consider Aaron Rodgers. I would consider Aaron Rodgers. Geno doesn't seem like he's going to play anywhere. I heard like Geno's preferred landing spot was Miami, but that would just be a backup role, like mentorship role. I can also just stick with Jaden Daniels and Cam Ward. Like, I don't need to force another quarterback. Like, but then again, none of the receivers here really stand out that much. Like, do I just take a rookie? Do I have any rookies yet? I don't. No, I'm just gonna take Rodgers. Why not? I think Rodgers is going back to Pittsburgh. I think he is. And Cam Ward doesn't feel the best as my second quarterback, so I'm better just I feel better just taking a third. Michael Penix, like, oh boy, who knows what's happening with him, man? Who knows? Falcons definitely have to be feeling stupid about taking him like 8th overall or whatever they did. That was pretty wild. Especially when Kirk was under contract for like 4 years. Now, Kirk ended up tearing his Achilles, which at least they had a serviceable player, but Michael Penix really hasn't done too much in his career. Now, I might just be getting 3 receivers to end this draft off. I think I would feel a lot better with 9 than 8. I don't need a third tight end. I already have 3 quarterbacks. I don't need a 7th running back. So I think I might just take 3 straight receivers to end this off. And there's some guys I like. Still waiting on some landing spots. Like Christian Kirk hasn't signed anywhere yet. I could see him being a Steeler, and they just want to get their guys. Malik Washington probably should go up, if anything. He gets a quarterback upgrade. Nicholas Singleton off the board. Rookie that I've drafted quite a bit of. Okay. Caleb Johnson's dead. Definitely now. Now that Rico signed there, Caleb Johnson's definitely dead. Are you taking any shots on Keaton, Manny Wilson, or Sean Tucker? Who's Manny Wilson? Oh, Emmanuel Wilson. Keaton Mitchell, I am. I like Keaton Mitchell. I think he's just the best player out of those 3. Sean Tucker, I have like a few shares of, maybe like 5% or something. And shoot, dude, who knows where he's gonna go? With like the Seahawks still waiting for a running back, the Commanders, I could see him going one of those spots. And see you nice and blunt. Thanks for popping in, bro. Hope you have a beautiful evening out in LA. Emmanuel Wilson, I think, is the least appealing out of those 3, and not someone who I was even really taking a lot before news came out that he was going to get cut by Green Bay. Now, Chig goes. That's a good pick by Nat Ball. I like some Chig Okonkwo. I think I'm going to go with the rookie. I like Flournoy too. Let's go with a rookie. I like some rookie upside. USC receiver Jalen Lane. USC is typically good for receivers. And then Darnell Mooney's still a free agent. I like Malik Washington, especially with Malik Willis going there. Get some Malik to Malik action. Can definitely see the announcers loving that, you know. Or do I just reach for my dog? My absolute dog, Jalen Naylor. And you know what? I feel like I need to take some Jalen Naylor right now. We nailed that one, man. I love his contract, and I like the landing spot too. I think there's a ton of opportunity in Las Vegas for Jalen Naylor. And he got a good contract, like a 3-year deal. Like you could say it's similar to like the Tutu Atwell deal or something like that, where he got a 1-year, $10 million deal, but a 3-year deal is much more promising. Could also argue that the Raiders just had a ton of money and they need to spend it anyways. So why not get a receiver? But I like it. And he could just go well with Mendoza. Mendoza could just like him. Like he has no ties with any of the receivers there. So it'll be interesting to see who his favorite ends up being. Romeo Dobbs can definitely still become a Raider as well. Another free agent who I quite like, who hasn't signed anywhere yet, is Calvin Austin. I could definitely see him going back to the Steelers. I think that's probably the most likely scenario. But Calvin Austin's just a good player. Some trade rumors on Rashad Bateman. I can't see anyone being too excited to trade for him. Rookie Antonio Williams has gotten a little hype. Could take like a Washington receiver and like Jalen Lane or Luke McCaffrey, but those don't feel too appealing. Keon Coleman not doing so great with DJ Moore coming in, and I'm sure they still want more competition. Malik Washington, like he's been a guy that I've liked to take quite a lot in the 19th, 20th round, and they haven't brought in any other pass catchers, and they got Malik Willis at quarterback, which is probably good for him, even though he does run the ball. But you get the Malik to Malik stack, like you already know when these guys meet, they'll be like Spider-Man meme, like, yo, Malik, hey, Malik. You already know it, man. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I feel pretty good about this team, though. It's not the best team, but definitely very unique on the top end, getting Trey McBride at pick 23 with Gibbs. I don't even know if I've seen Gibbs and McBride stacked up together before. And then we got Nico to fall to us as well, which feels nice. And tight ends are getting so dry, man. Could just take Darnell Washington for some Pittsburgh correlation, but I'm totally fine. Trey McBride and Cade Otton. I think Cade Otton going back to the Bucks feels very nice, especially with Mike Evans out of there. He could just get more red zone targets now, which hasn't been his game in the past, but he has like 9 catch games in Tampa Bay. So him returning there, I think feels great. I'm going to go ahead and take Calvin Austin because I think he could just go back to Pittsburgh. I think it makes the most sense. Even with DK and Michael Pittman there, he would have a role, right? That's just like a deep threat. And in the 20th round, that feels fine. Someone who can get like 17, 20 points in your lineup. So final team, we have Jaden Daniels, Cam Ward, Aaron Rodgers. Running backs, Jahmyr Gibbs, RJ Harvey, Tyler Algier, who we were talking shit on Algier, but we took him anyways. J.K. Dobbins, little RJ Harvey handcuff. I think both running backs are fine to have on the same team. Probably not every time you take them, but Sean Payton uses 2 running backs quite frequently. You kind of would expect RJ Harvey to expand his role a bit, and J.K. Dobbins, everyone knows his health issues. Rachaad White, still a free agent, could very well go to the Commanders, or if he goes to the Jags, that's definitely the best landing spot for him. Or the Seahawks. Rachaad White could go to the Seahawks, now that I think about it, which would be pretty sick, Classic streamer suppressing the price, then taking the guy. Hey, this is 4D thinking, okay? Maybe I'm just way ahead of you guys, okay? Like, hey, dude, you know what? Jahmyr Gibbs sucks. Jahmyr Gibbs is so bad, dude. Like, don't you know that the Lions cut Taylor Decker? So Jahmyr Gibbs, like, he sucks. Definitely should be going at the back end of the first round, maybe even in the second round. He's so bad. Don't take him. Okay, tight end, we got Trey McBride, Cade Otton, which that feels really nice. Stopping at 2. Now, let's hop in another draft. I'm gonna check. Is the bigger board full? Did Who Hames fill this? Okay, they did. They're in the bigger board. So not going to be joining that. We'll join a regular big board. And now I only have, okay, I'm the last one to join. I am the last one to join. Now this is either going to be full of you guys or none of you guys. And we got Brooklyn Bum in here, of course. I don't really recognize any of the other names though. So if you are in here, let me know. We'd love to see where you're drafting at and see what team you get. Monkey Mike. Oh, Money Mike. Abby. Ryan Cliche. Slicky Willie. No, not Slicky, just Slick Willie. Best ball on calls in here at 7. Nice. What's up, dude? TK 144. Hell yeah. Joined to do one before you decided. Sweet, dude. I don't think I've drafted too much with you yet. So interested to see how your team comes along. And I'll remember this name now. TK 144. Hell yeah, dude. Best ball on call, I believe, is a fellow Lions fan. And hey, I just realized we're pick 3. I didn't even acknowledge that. So come on, give it to us again, dude. Give us back-to-back Jahmyr Gibbs, and I will be so excited. Please, Urban Nick. Oh, dude. You just got to disappoint me as that. Like, come on, man. Okay, I'll take Jamar Chase. Oh, what a bummer. I've been taking Chase over Puka, which I don't necessarily want to be too... I don't want there to be too big of a difference between Chase and Puka, but there's just so much more competition on the Rams. There were some rumors that they were going to get Mike Evans, which would not have been great for Puka, but he's still going to be phenomenal. I just think Chase is, I think he's just got a little higher ceiling. And okay, yeah. So Detroit area native, but a Panthers fan. Okay. Hey, dude, y'all made the playoffs last year. The Lions didn't, so congrats on that. You got a big signing today. Jalen Phillips, I believe his name is, the pass rusher, $30 million a year from the Eagles. And like, I was listening to the Pat McAfee show today when like Schefter was breaking all the news live. So yeah, apparently that one was a surprise signing, kind of snuck up on everyone. So nice sneaky signing there. Hopefully it'll help your defense out. Same record though, and they paid him a lot. Yeah, they did pay him a lot, but like Odafe Owe also got paid 25 mil. And I feel like Jalen Phillips is better than Odafe Owe. The cap just keeps going up. Edge rushers are at an all-time high for their premium, and Kenneth Walker pulled up to 17 again. So I am loving all the Kenneth Walker that I've taken in the 3rd round, because I was taking him above all the guys going in the 3rd round. I was taking him above Bucky, above Jacobs, above Brees pretty consistently, and I'm doing a little victory lap on that today. I was quite excited when I heard that he signed with the Chiefs, which I thought was a little unrealistic. And I'm quite surprised that the Seahawks weren't willing to pay him $15 million a year. That was really surprising to me. I would have thought they would have paid that personally, but I guess not. Trey McBride goes, so I'm tempted to take Brock Bowers, but I'm going to go with Chase Brown. I'm going to go with some Cincy correlation. I don't do this all the time. Might not be the best to take 2 Cincy players in round 1 and 2, but shoot, man, like they're just good. Their offense is good. Their defense is trash, and they're just going to be playing from behind a lot. Bucky Irving, I feel like is a bit of a loser from today with Kenneth Gainwell going there, because just takes a lot of the receiving role away from him. Like, he's still going to be a good runner, but yeah, doesn't feel the best. George Pickens still available. I would take him if he's there in the 3rd round. I don't have a ton of Pickens. I've just been thinking that he's going to be a pouty baby this offseason. And Travis Etienne gets pulled up. Interesting. Feels a little expensive. Shoot, dude. I think I'm just going to take AJ Brown. Like, we could have got Josh Jacobs. I think the teams definitely feel a little better when I start with a receiver in round 1 and then I get 2 running backs in rounds 2 and 3. It feels a little better. as far as like the values that you're able to find later, but I want to switch it up a bit. And having AJ Brown, Jamar Chase on the same team just feels good. Both guys can get like 30 points any given week, if not more. And I have a lot of Jamar Chase with Bucky, with Jacobs. I don't know how much I have with Brees, but I'm probably sure I have some. And probably not as much with AJ Brown. So we'll try a little bit of a different build. And yeah, Nuketown Kid, kind of a bummer. I have Theo Johnson as my most drafted tight end, and they have Isaiah Likely to kill my confidence. Yeah, that's not the best. I've taken some Theo Johnson as well. I might have like 10% of him, but he's still going to get involved. Like he's still going to get some touchdowns. He's still going to get some passes. But Isaiah Likely is definitely going to be the primary receiving target. Position premium is crazy. Shaheed worth $3 million a year more than Walker, apparently. Yeah, dude, that is really crazy when you say it like that. Especially with like that just feels disrespectful, man, to Kenneth Walker. He was literally the Super Bowl MVP. And you weren't willing to pay him $15 million a year. Like I remember John Schneider was like they were talking about the contract essentially during like the Super Bowl parade or something, and he just put him on blast during his speech, which is just like weird. And that probably made Kenneth Walker pretty turned off from signing there again. And yeah, dude, like I don't know. Would you rather have Shaheed or Kenneth Walker on your team, especially with Charbonnet injured? Like, yeah, they did trade for Shaheed, so maybe they convinced themselves since they traded for him, they don't want to waste that trade and wanted to keep him, even though they ended up winning the Super Bowl. But damn, dude, like I think Seattle took an L there for sure. Shaheed's a great player though. I have a ton of Rashid Shaheed. Like, I just think he's a great value at pick 140. Often falls to like 150 as well. And I have like 23% of him, 24% Rashid Shaheed, one of my higher drafted receivers. Because even though he might not be the most consistent player, any given week he can get you 20 to 30 points, which is exactly what we want in best ball, right? Now, I would probably like to get one of these Chicago players, and we will. This guy already has a tight end in Trey McBride, so he's probably not going to take Colson Loveland. But would I want the receiver or tight end? We passed on Bowers. So let's take Loveland. We'll take Colson Loveland. He falls a bit, which I like, and I'll take advantage of that right there. Damn, dude. Best ball on call got JMO. Love that pick, man. Love some JMO. Got the high testosterone, Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry. Don't hate it. I would love for one of these guys to come back to me. Oh, Mike Evans goes there too. Keep forgetting about Mike Evans, man. Keep forgetting. I want to get some more Mike Evans. Definitely one of my bigger misses. Just because I was fading like some of the older guys, And Igbuka goes. Both the guys we wanted. Okay, now we could get a receiver. We could get Lamar. I'm gonna go ahead and take Lamar. I just kind of feel like it. For whatever reason, I don't feel like I'm gonna get Burrow, and I don't feel like I'm gonna get Caleb Williams on the way back. That's just what I feel in this draft. Yeah, maybe we get Caleb on the way back, but I don't know. There's still a chance that AJ Brown goes to Baltimore. Although I think it's highly unlikely now because they just traded for Max Crosby. So they traded 2 first-round picks unless they just want to go all in. But the cap would be quite an issue, I think. And I still personally think that AJ Brown remains an Eagle. But yeah, I don't know. I felt like going Lamar there. Definitely need to catch up at running back for sure. Chase Brown doesn't feel the best as my only running back right now, but Evans was my cue if he made it. Yeah, that Evans in the 5th round would feel good, especially because he was only going in the 6th, so it's not even that big of a reach. Although I still don't know if I would want to take Mike Evans over someone like Colston Loveland and some of the guys in the 4th round. Like, who would you rather take, Mike Evans or Terry McLaurin? Let me know. Mike Evans or Terry McLaurin? Who would you rather take? That's an interesting one. Funkmaster, what's up, dog? I'm surprised they didn't make a move for one of their other guys with Sharps injured. Must have planned on drafting a running back. Yeah, maybe they like some guys later in the draft, but it doesn't. Wow, Tootin goes at 61 right here, bro. I'm sorry, I'm so out on Tootin already, and I'm just gonna do that. And hey, Joe Burrow did get taken. Jalen Hurts did get taken. So that makes me feel better about taking Lamar. The guy who took Rome didn't take Caleb, so Caleb is still available. Maybe we could draft Caleb as well with Lamar, but I feel like that'd be pretty rich considering I only have one running back, two receivers, and I really want Demo on this team. I really want David Montgomery, and fuck yeah, dude. Okay, I'm very happy with that. Getting David Montgomery there was the player I wanted when I thought about taking Lamar, just because, yeah, I want another running back. And when I have AJ Brown, Jamar Chase, that feels good as my two receivers. That feels pretty good. But yeah, dude, I agree with you. I'm surprised with Seattle's moves or lack of moves personally, especially after winning the Super Bowl. And they want to sell the team. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe like because they're trying to sell the team, they're not as focused on like building it up again. I don't know. Or the owner just doesn't want to like open their checkbooks personally because they want to put that on someone else's dime. I don't know. Now, do I take Caleb if he's back there? It would be really rich with all the positions that I've drafted. It would be really rich. Please just take Caleb so I don't have to think about it. Okay, he does. Thank goodness. I didn't want to think about it. And I'm just going to go Parker Washington again, man. Parker Washington might be my highest drafted player right now. I have over 30% of him, and I'm not mad about it. And when I get the notification that Brian Thomas gets traded, I will be so excited, man. I could see Brian Thomas going to Washington. That wouldn't surprise me. Get like some LSU correlation with Jaden Daniels, right? Jaden Daniels didn't go to LSU, did he? Or did he go to Arizona State? He went to one of them. Did he go to LSU or Arizona or both? I'm blanking right now. But I could see that. They definitely need a receiver. There's a lot of teams that could use a receiver though, especially someone like Brian Thomas. Okay, so yeah. Jaden Daniels was at LSU with Neighbors and Brian Thomas. What's up, Levernucky? Nice to see you. So yeah, I could definitely see a reunion of Brian Thomas and Jaden Daniels. That would make a ton of sense. Okay, before it was ASU. Okay, so hey, I know ball. What's up? Even though I don't watch college ball, I know ball. I heard it somewhere, and thankfully I remembered. Hey, yeah, Arizona State with Ayuk, because I know he played with Ayuk in college as well. Okay, thanks for letting me know, guys. Appreciate that. Tyler Algier goes at pick 85 in this draft, so our trash talk didn't work, I guess. This guy also took Bashal too, and did he get Smith? He did. Jackson Dart's been falling in these drafts as of late. He went like at pick 94 in our last draft, I'm pretty sure. And did Trevor Lawrence go? Trevor Lawrence did go with Brian Thomas, who I don't know. It sounds like he's could very well be on the move. Michael Pittman. Seems like Michael Pittman's value is pretty much staying the same. Now, Rico Dowdle goes. Who do I want here? Do I just take another tight end? Like, tight ends are the best pick right now. Kyle Pitts, Sam Laporta, they're just the best picks on the board. And why not? Let's get a little weird. Let's take Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts has higher spike week potential than Sam Laporta. This is not a build that I do often, but I feel like getting a little weird, so I'm going to do that. And how about Chris Godwin? Because Chris Godwin, like, had a down year, of course, coming off the injury. But the year before, he was on pace to be like a top 3 fantasy receiver in the league before he got injured. And now there's no Mike Evans. Kind of bullish for Chris Godwin, really. I don't love the running backs here. Kyle Monangai, Blake Corum don't excite me too much. I've taken Blake Corum some, but I think on this team, I'm just going to take Godwin. Because especially as our 4th receiver, I think it provides us some nice floor when we have these guys. And honestly, dude, we're thin at receiver, but you could make a case that this is a really, really strong receiver room. Like Jamar Chase needs no explanation. One of the best receivers in the league. He can drop 40 points any given week. AJ Brown, when he's playing like AJ Brown and he's getting his targets and he's not just crying like a baby, dude, he's fucking good. And still one of the best receivers in the league. Parker Washington, year 3 breakout, going into his 4th year, going into a contract season. Rumors of Brian Thomas getting traded, which, dude, these rumors have been floating around for like 9 months now. Like, there's got to be something to it, right? So his value could just go way up. Chris Godwin, like maybe last year the injury was just really awful, and he works his ass off in the offseason and comes back and is just great and like his normal Chris Godwin self. So could be a very strong receiver room, and that's just what I'm going to convince myself of. And then tight end room absolutely fucks. Colson Loveland, Kyle Pitts, both huge spike week guys. Lamar Jackson is our quarterback. Maybe he just returns to his MVP form. Hopefully he can stay healthy for the season. He has some late back stacks available too. And then Chase Brown, David Montgomery, a little thin at running back still, but Chase Brown, like when Joe Burrow's playing, he's so much better in fantasy. And then David Montgomery at pick 70, I think is a great value. Houston traded for him for a reason. They paid a lot for him, and they're going to use him. So I like this team so far. It's definitely a different build than what I've done before. Very well-rounded. And hopefully we can get the right depth pieces to land this plane, because it could be a very, very strong team. Now, there's definitely some guys that I'm going to be hoping fall back to me at pick 118. Definitely some guys I have my eyes on. Bo Nix, not one of them. Do not have a lot of Bo Nix. Tyler Shuck, not one of them. So thank you for taking him. Not the guys I want. And hey, best ball on call, don't even think about it, dude. Don't even think about it. Thank you for not thinking about it. Come on now. Come on now. Matthew Golden gets pulled up. That's interesting. I know Nuketown Kid likes some Matthew Golden. Jordan Love didn't want him. Okay, this guy has 0 quarterbacks, so I'm not too optimistic. Obviously, I want Baker Mayfield. I took Chris Godwin. I would love Baker Mayfield. None of these guys have Bucky. Okay, he takes him. I don't blame him. I think I'm gonna go with Coker here. I like some Jalen Coker. Maybe I'll take Jordan Mason first, though. Like, I've been talking trash on Jordan Mason, thinking he's not worth the value, getting like steamed up, which I still agree with. This is our Tyler Algier pick from last draft, all right? Like a guy who I'm not taking a ton of because I think he's a little overpriced right now. Because I see Minnesota still bringing in another running back, but just looking at the rest of the running backs that are available, it is thin, and there's a lot of receivers here still. So just getting the running back that could just have more of a role feels a little better. And quarterbacks go off the board still. I still have some other quarterback options available, possibly. Maybe I get. Oh, did yeah? Higgins did go off the board already. That's not great. Oh, I didn't want to click Debo. Um, hmm. I'm probably gonna go Coker. Damn, more quarterbacks go off the board. I could just take Darnold. Could take Darnold as my second quarterback. I like other options that are available later. You know what? I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna do that. We're gonna go really balanced on this team. I'm gonna take Darnold just because I don't want to get totally screwed at quarterback. Like, I don't want to have to take Tua. Okay. I don't want to have to take Tua. And not today, Hartman. Not today. But I've been liking some Jalen Coker. I've been liking some Jalen Coker recently. I convinced myself on him because he had a totally breakout game in the playoffs. Now, the Rams secondary was absolutely horrendous. They gave up the most 100-yard receiver games, tied with Pittsburgh, I believe. But Jalen Coker, man, had like 150 yards and connected well with Bryce Young. Jalen Coker was injured to start the season, had some hype going into camp, definitely earned a spot over first-round pick Xavier Legette. Going into a contract year, is going to want to get paid. Like, his stats don't look great here, but if you just watch him play, man, he's good. He is good. And yeah, if that makes me a cokehead, then makes me a cokehead. Damn, dude, Brooklyn bum takes Mike Washington at 131. Damn, dude, he's going heavy on the rookies today. The Mike Washington steam is wild. It is wild. Like, I remember after the combine, I took Mike Washington at pick like 156, 157 in 2 drafts in a row. And there were some people in the chat giving me crap for it, like, oh, what a reach, what a reach. But I was pretty convinced he was going to end up going a lot higher. So I might as well get like a little bit more exposure to him then. Now, hey, best ball on call, don't take the cokehead, all right? Let me be a cokehead today. Let me be a cokehead, and I will be happy. Okay, I was wanting Rashid Shaheed, and I'm surprised Rashid Shaheed's like rising in drafts, right? Okay, you did it, man. You had to do it to me. Come on, dude. I asked so nice. Man. I know he was like 21 picks past ADP, and fuck, dude, Kenyon Sadiq is still here. Damn, I can't even take him. I can't even take Sadiq. Like, there's no way I'm taking a third tight end when I have Loveland and Kyle Pitts. Kind of makes me regret the Kyle Pitts take. Now, I don't have a lot of Debo, but this is a team where it makes sense to take him. I think Jamie, it was the other day, asking me about Debo and how I feel about him. This is a situation where I would take him. When you look at the board, there's no other real receivers available that are too enticing. And I have a thinner receiver room as it is. Even Jalen McMillan goes off the board. I have a thinner receiver room as it is. So getting a guy like Debo, it feels fine. It's past ADP as our 5th receiver when we're a little thinner. So that feels good. And wow, Kenyon Sadiq is still falling. This guy has 0 tight ends and he's not taking him. Really? Interesting. And he takes Travis Hunter instead. That is interesting. And fuck you, dude. I wanted Omar. I wanted me some Omar. Are we just going to have to pop a Woody? Yo, Sweet Leaf, hit him with it. I'm going to do it, dude. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. We're popping Woodies, man. In our last draft, okay. In our last draft, we went with RJ Harvey and JK Dobbins. In this one, we go David Montgomery, Woody Marks. So we are just stacking them up. We're stacking up the handcuffs and whatever, man. That's fine. I don't know how Kenyon Sadiq is still there. This is the farthest I've seen him fall since the combine for sure. This is how like recency bias works, man. People just completely forget. And yeah, dude, I know you have Ted as well, and I don't blame you, man. Jalen Coker, 21 picks past ADP is such a good value. You're probably hoping for Sadiq there too. That would have been great on your team with Kincaid. Take Mendoza too. I like that Mendoza pick. When you have Dart, Goff, and you get Mendoza past ADP, he has some good backstacks too. Like you can stack up Jalen Naylor in like the 19th, 20th round. And there it is, man. We were waiting for it, Sweet Leaf. We're popping Woodies today. All right. We are popping Woodies today, man. Hell yeah, dude. And did you get him? Sadiq. Yeah, you're hoping for Sadiq. That would have been a nice fall, man. I haven't seen him fall into 150 since the combine. Brooklyn Bum gets Travis Kelce when I think he has Patrick Mahomes too. He does. I know Brooklyn Bum likes some Travis Kelce. Damn, dude. Like, okay, I'm definitely regretting the Kyle Pitts selection just because of how far some of these tight ends have gotten. Like, let's play the 1v1. Would I rather have like Jadarian Price or Blake Corum and Kenyon Sadiq? Or would I rather have Kyle Pitts and Poppin Woody Marks? That's an interesting one, but when I have Loveland, yeah, I don't usually take my second tight end this high. But I don't mind getting a little different, switching some things up. And this is, yeah, Trey Benson. He should go in the 20th round now. I am proud that I have 0% Trey Benson. Even like a few days ago, Trey Benson was available at pick like 165 or something like that, and I still didn't take him. It's like, hell no, dude. This guy sucks. Jacoby Brissett goes here. That's not a bad pick. Okay. This is not a great range, dude. This is not a great range. I'm just going to take Aaron Jones. Not too excited about it, but yeah, I'm going to take Aaron Jones. We got a lot of old heads on this team. I also forgot when I took Sam Darnold that I have Loveland and Pitts, so I can't take AJ Barner, which kind of sucks. Because I was hoping for Shaheed as well, and Shaheed didn't fall back to me. So we're rocking 2 unstacked quarterbacks, which isn't the best. This isn't going the best for us, guys. It's not going the best. Lamar Jackson's unstacked. Sam Darnold's unstacked. So not the best. Shoot, dude, this range feels so gross right now. Dude, like, can I even take Kamara? Like, he could just retire, man. It's 20 picks past ADP. Like, do I just take Kamara 20 picks past ADP and call it a day? And then just slam receivers the rest of the way? Why not? Why not? It's a weird draft anyways. This is weird. Who knows? Maybe Kamara just gets cut and then goes to Seattle. That's what we're going to convince ourselves of. Oh, dude, you should have told me sooner, man. You should have told me sooner. Oh, dude. Yeah, I don't feel great about Kamara. I really don't. Because he was saying that he wants to be a Saint for life, and that if he got traded, he would just retire. Maybe that was just a leverage play or something like that. But for someone who's like at the tail end of his career, didn't do great last season and has made like a lot of money in the league, he could just like enjoy his life in New Orleans and be like all settled there and not want to move, and just instead of making like a few more million, he could just choose to hang it up. But whatever, man. This isn't a great team anyways. Yeah, we're not landing the plane too well on this one, man. We are not landing the plane that well. But whatever, man. Who knows? Anything can happen in best ball, okay? It's a weird game that we play. It is a weird game. Crazy things happen. Maybe you just need Aaron Jones and Alvin Kamara week 17 with Kyle Pitts on your team. Like, it's possible. All right. It's possible. All right, best ball and call. Don't do it to me, man. Don't take the guys I want. Don't take the guys I want. Yeah, Kane Sadiq does feel like a good pick. The one like knock on him, I think, which a lot of people could think is a good thing, maybe from a real life perspective, it's good, but he's like 20 years old. He is extremely young, and I'm pretty sure he was playing behind Terrence Ferguson 2 years ago when they were at Oregon together. And so he's only had like 1 year as a real starter. And so it's going to be hard to adapt to the actual NFL. And yeah, dude, someone called it out. Hartman called it out. Horton and Cup, come on down. Yeah, Torrey Horton not as enticing after Rashid Shaheed resigned. Like, if Rashid Shaheed didn't resign, I think Torrey Horton's value would be phenomenal down here. But there's also like late backstacks for Lamar Jackson too. So that door is still open. Maybe Keaton Mitchell goes back to Baltimore. Oh, he's not tendered, so unrestricted free agent, officially not coming back to Baltimore. Yeah. Not the sexiest team I've built. But like Brooklyn Bum said, it's possible, okay? That's all we need. We just need a possibility, okay? Doesn't have to be likely, because winning this tournament is unlikely anyways, but I'm still gonna do it. So we are breaking trends out here. And I'm taking Dylan Sampson if he's there. Kyle Williams goes. So I'm gonna take Dylan Sampson. I don't have a ton of him, but at least we get like someone kind of young with Kamara and Aaron Jones. And then I'm probably just taking 3 receivers to end this off. I could finish with just 8 receivers, but yeah. Hey, what's up, Chato? Nice to see you here, man. Absolutely OG. Today I've been crazy. Rico and Pittman to the Steelers. Hughes the quarterback. I still think Aaron Rodgers is going to be the quarterback. I do. Although I think there is a chance that it could be Kyler Murray, because they're not going to have to pay him anything. And shoot, if they get any like indication that Aaron Rodgers might not be coming back, then Kyler Murray probably pretty likely to go there if he doesn't sign with Minnesota first. Yeah. The random Michael Thomas bring up. That's funny, man. Don't know what happened to Michael Thomas, but he fell off, man. You just couldn't guard him, man. You can't guard Mike. And he couldn't. Yeah. I don't know. I was trying to think of something clever, but yeah, dude, this is the Silver Linings Playbook team. That's what I'm gonna name this draft. Okay, I'm gonna name this Silver Lining after, but we are making all the narratives for why this team is gonna be successful. Okay, and shoot, man, all we need is Jamar Chase to get 50 points week 17, and we're good. Okay, there's a chance. We got some old ass dudes, man. We got old head Chris Godwin, old head Debo. We got old man Kamara, old man Aaron Jones, and then we got skid marks. We got Jordan Mason, who I don't think should be rising, and we took him anyways. Yeah. This draft didn't come together quite how I wanted. All right, but watch this just end up winning 200K. Just watch it happen. And there you go. Best pick of the draft, Jalen Nailor. That's who I'm taking a victory lap on today. All right. I loved me some Jalen Nailor. I was the only one talking about him. I'm convinced of that. So I'll take that win all day. And dude, should we just take Kupp for the memes? Like, should we just take Cooper Kupp for the memes? I don't think I can do it though. I don't know if I can take Cooper Kupp, man. I'm gonna take Flournoy. I don't know if I can take Kupp. At least not with that pick. I'll take Flournoy first. Maybe I just get Kupp on the way back because, like, I don't need a third quarterback. I don't need a third tight end. Sure, we could use like an 8th running back, but I think I'd rather just get the receiver position. So, you know what, dude? For the memes, if Kupp is there, I'm going to take him. For the memes. Might as well, right? He fits the build, all right? He fits the build. Mostly we're all just donating. That is true. We are all mostly just donating, but some of us will be happy at the end of the season. And hopefully one of them is me. Very much so. Vikings quarterback decision will probably be the first domino to fall. Very likely. We haven't heard about that today, but wouldn't be surprised if it comes up soon. Oh, interesting. Brian Thomas to the Giants is picking up steam. I could definitely see that. And hey, I will, okay. If Brian Thomas goes to the Giants, I will literally just start a live stream and just dunk on everyone with my Parker Washington exposure. Okay. I will do it. I will spend 5 minutes just dunking on my Parker Washington exposure. That would be pretty sick though. Like Brian Thomas and Neighbors going back to each other. Let Kupp fall to the 20th and let the room decide. I have a different plan for the 20th, okay? And you guys are going to love it or hate it, but I'm sure some of you can predict it. Who do you think my 20th round pick is going to be? Who do you think it's going to be? Because there's only one person that I'm thinking about. And I cannot see anyone else possibly taking him. We did get the double stack. This is the ultimate back stack, okay? This is the bummiest back stack that you can think of, okay? With, oh, dude, it's so gross. It's so gross. No, it's a receiver, okay? It's a receiver. Sion Vaki. I need to have at least one Sion Vaki team. I actually thought about taking him in a draft before David Montgomery even got released, or sorry, traded. I thought about taking him just for the memes, you know. Bryce Lance, nope. You guys are gonna love it, dude. You guys are gonna love it, and it's gonna be the best pick of the draft. It's gonna be so sick. No one else is gonna even think about taking him. I've done it a couple times. I have done it a couple times, and shoot, man, you never know. Dude, I don't even know who this name is. Who the hell is Reggie Virgil? Who is Reggie Virgil? Where is this guy? I'm assuming he's a rookie, right? He has to be. Oh, we may have just seen the name. He might just pop by. Who is Reggie Virgil, dude? Click him. Dude, who is this guy? Who is Reggie Virgil? That would be funny. Hey, he got it. Devontae Walker. Hell yeah, baby. We are going Tez Walker to bring this team together. Oh yeah, dude. Ultimate Baltimore backstack. Without a doubt. It is sick. This just brings this team together. This is a beautiful team now. This team is winning 200 grand for sure, without a doubt. We got we got Lamar Jackson, Sam Darnold, Chase Brown, David Montgomery, Jordan Mason, Woody Skidmarks, Aaron Jones, Alvin Kamara, Dylan Sampson as our running backs. We got Jamar Chase, AJ Brown, Parker Washington, Chris Godwin, Deebo Samuel, Torrey Horton, Ryan Flournoy, Cooper Kupp, Devontae Walker, and then Colson Love and Kyle Pitts at tight end. So, okay, our tight ends are sick. All right. We have Lamar Jackson, who I made the Best Ball Mania finals with Lamar Jackson and JJ McCarthy before he tore his ACL. So now we have the reincarnation of JJ McCarthy and Sam Darnold on another team. That's a great omen right there. And then we have the ultimate backstacks. Sam Darnold with Torrey Horton and Cooper Kupp. Dude, like, you already know that this double stack is winning 200K. You already know, okay? And then Devontae Walker, he's just gonna be a beast, you know, because rumors are Rashad Bateman's gonna get traded. Like, DeAndre Hopkins is a bum. So yeah, dude, Devontae Walker, he's gonna go for 1,300 yards and 12 touchdowns without a doubt. It's already happening. Hell yeah, dude. Reggie Virgil's a Texas Tech receiver. Mahomes loves him. He's going to go day 3 to the Chiefs and absolutely light the world on fire. Hey, dude, write it down. Write it down and then put the date on it, and you can claim it and run a victory lap on everyone when that happens. Nothing wrong with being a homer, too. Y'all know I'm a huge Lions fan, and I'm a massive homer for the Lions, even though technically I'm not a homer because I don't live in Detroit, but home fan, you know? So I think this is definitely the best team that I've ever drafted. I can't even say that with a straight face, but we are going to name this Silver Linings for Levernucky. And that's going to do it, man. That's perfect. You don't win them all, okay? So yeah, it was a fun day with free agency, and I hope everyone enjoyed. That's going to do it for me today. I love you guys. Joy is beautiful, and enjoy the rest of your Christmas morning and stream. Hey, damn it. Hey, down. Hey, boy. Yo. Oh, dude, I just fell off my stool too. Yo, what a way to end this stream. Okay.